Good evening, fellow punters. Dinah Washington recorded a song years ago, What a Difference a Day Makes. Yesterday evening, after what would you call an injudicious ride by a jockey, the humour wasn't the best, but I'll tell you, 24 hours later, it's much better. Darian, after winning by a short head, I wasn't sure did he get up. I was saying, oh, not again. But I had the forecast, reverse forecast done anyway with the two of the Earls, and that put 14-12. So a good start to the evening, because it could be a super evening. There's a lot of money for the other two, and we have beer up already in our Trixie. I skipped a paragraph yesterday evening when I went down to Nabir. A horse that won the first race in Limerick, Flame of Tara. I mentioned it to watch it the last time when the ground went against it and he got a handy ride. But the money went down today 12 into 11-2. I had meant to say it beyond out if the ground was good, I wasn't sure. But anyway, no point crying about spilt milk. We got that one anyway, a nice touch on it. And if the other two, particularly if Mazagran wins, the wheelbarrow, I'll need help. I'll tell you, Michael McCarthy, a great shrewd judge of the flat from Listowel, left a message there today. He reckoned it was a lump-on job, shovel on the coal, that he's seen it running in Jebel Ali. So that's good. It's got in sort of around even money favourite now. We got 9-4. Got a bit 11-2 about the other one yesterday evening, but when I went back in, it had jumped into 5-2. So I don't know, did somebody make an error, or was there that much money put on in space of 10 minutes? But anyway, we're going all right. Just when I'm at it there as well, there's two other things now sort of for your information. The Epsom, the 8:23 tonight, None Such Lad, Jim Boyle, Pat Cosgrove. I've been told by a reliable source that tonight's the night. He's 5-2, was 5s this morning. So don't go mental, just have a tenner on it or something small. Just anyone that sent it, anyone that had Darien, and then tomorrow evening, the 6 o'clock at Cork, there's a horse there, My Boy Bob, Tony Martin. It's a reserve. It was reserved twice already this week. It was pulled out. It's a reserve again tomorrow evening. It needs a run, I think. Will it be tomorrow evening? I don't know. Will it win a race tomorrow evening? I don't know, but it will win races. It was second. 2 starts back, a woman jockey, hands and heels up along, and then they ran it, finished second, eye-catching, and then they ran it 5 days later in Clonmel, I think it was at the time, and the ground went against it and went off very short price favour, but it wasn't going to win that day. It was the day the Cien d'Or won. Remember tipping it up and backing it at 8-1. But this is owned by John Breslin, and he's home every year from New York, and he likes to get winners in Galway. So whether they need to win, keep an eye on this. If it doesn't win, if it runs tomorrow evening, doesn't win, it'll win in Galway. And I'm just getting that out there now, right? When I'm in that mood. On the bus early today, Tommy Breen. I forgot to mention him yesterday. He was on yesterday, but I forgot to mention him. Conor McMullen was out looking for the Jam Man. He said he was still running, so he hadn't passed the bus anyway. But he went off down the field looking for him anyway. The point I was making about that man, or the Jam Man, was he went into 11-8 favourite yesterday from a 5 or 6-1, and then he drifted out again. So I don't know how they do that or why they do it, but it happens because a bookie explained to me the other evening, or tried to explain, that petrol head, that horse that won the other evening, that he backed it one evening, that was 7s into 3s, and the next thing on the exchanges was 14s. So something similar happened there. They must be able to make a few pounds on it that way. I'm not clued in enough, to be honest. But Matthew Nesfield was asking about the forecast to explain it. That simply now, that Earls and Darien, them two horses, if you had put down the forecast, Darien to beat Earls, that's a straight forecast. Or you can do a reverse forecast, put down the two horses, and it costs you twice the stake. So you'd have put out €2 on a reverse forecast, and you only get back the one forecast, which is 14-12, or you could have went straight forecast and get 14-12 for the £1. Or you could twice your stake each time you go up along the ladder with €2 or 3 or 5 or 10 or whatever. Christina Davis had a double today that she put up there from Godolphin. She has 3 put for tomorrow. I forget what they are. Craig Sutherland was very sweet on Persian Force was his banker. That won, but probably there's a 35 or 40 cents rule 4 when O'Brien's horse was pulled out. Sorka de Facha is going to bed for a few early nights. She's getting ready for the Dubs on Sunday. She's getting the gear laundered, she said, during the week. Dylan Thomas was in great form today, as he always is. Lee Shaughnessy likes Apple of His Eye. It's running at 6 o'clock. This is about 10 to 6 now, or 5 to 6. Iggy Higgins' nap is Otago, was running in the 6:53 at Epsom. Mentioned Michael McCarthy. He was given solid information on Mazagran, so I hope that one does the business anyway. And then we have Impero in the last. Chris Marshall left a comment, and he was out of action for 3 weeks. He had an operation, so speedy recovery to you from all on the bus. And there's a special convalescing chair, lovely new armchair for you, and if you want to hop on any day, you're more than welcome. And there's a great gang on the bus, and they'll help you out in any way, whatever your needs are. Anyway, on to tomorrow. I rattled on too much there, and there's a lot of time. I mentioned in the comments in the description last night about the Midlands National. My choice in that is Recite A Prayer. This is it's the first graded race to be ran in Kilbeggan. So well done to manager Paddy Doonigan there and the gang. It's the track is, it's going onwards and upwards. 3 favourites in the last 10 years: a 20 to 1, and 11 to 1, or 12 to 1 were the last 3 years. The Big Linz won it last year, and he's running again. He's only £3 higher for Gordon Elliott this year, to which Sneezy Foster last year. Popong is in this race. His bottom weight just creeped in to second for us in the Midlands or the Connacht National. Willie Mullins has never won this, but he has 2 entries this year, possibly because it's a graded race. Bacardi is an 11-year-old. It used to be rated in the high 150s in its peak over hurls. It's 139 over fences. It won a beginner's chase in Clonmel last time out. Recite A Prayer won for us in Killarney on the 16th of May of 132, up £7. Danny Mullins still stays loyal on board. He's only 7. Nice staying type. Pint each way is 6 to 1, I see. They're paying 4 places. He's 3 for 7 over fences, and he travelled well enough the last day, and he won nicely for us, so we'll stay loyal to him. The 3 o'clock at Ascot, or Newmarket tomorrow, is mile 6 race, 16 declared. Spirit Mixer for Andrew Balding and Callum Hutchinson, who have been lucky with of late. Put up £3 for being second to Trushan in the Northumberland Plate. It was possibly outstayed. That was over 2 miles. This is mile 6. And he looked to be going the likely winner at this distance that day. He's 11 to 1, a pint each way. I'm sure there's 5 places. Now, the next 4 have good opportunities for their respective races after looking at the opposition and some excuses, valid excuses for some of those the last time. So those 4 are going to put them in a lucky 15. And I'm talking about a lucky 15. Do a €2 lucky 15, that's costing 30 quid, right? And we can do a £2.50, £2 each way accumulator. The 150 in Newmarket, New London, mile 2 handicap, good to firm ground. He won stylishly in Newmarket before, and his last run he was second in the Chester Vase. He went off 4 to 11. There was soft ground, and it was a mile and a half. He was getting dizzy coming around the bins in Chester. That was the race that Changing of the Guard won, and then it won again in Royal Ascot. America of 99, he should be competitive. He's 100 to 30. The 240 at York, Flotus, is a Fillies and Mares Group 3. It was third in the Commonwealth Cup to Perfect Power, and there were both first and second were Coles. She's a filly. She got £3 that day, but she's well in on ratings. She's a 9 to 4 shot. The 425 at York is a Class 2 handicap, 7 furlongs, 8 declared. 3 4-year-olds in it, and 2 of them won last time out. But I'm taking on the other one. I'm taking Saleymm for Simon Crisford. He's doing all right. He has 4 winners and 9 places out of 23 runners in the last 21 days. Sylvester D'Souza takes the ride. Now he's also riding Flotus, so he could do a double for us tomorrow. The This horse needs top of the ground to be seen at his best. It won in Wolverhampton off 87 last November. And it was second in the Lincoln on Good to Soft off 97. And it was eighth in the Spring Cup. But ignore his last run in Epsom, and he's 100 to 30. And then we'll have to sweat if we have them three up until the 7 o'clock in Chester. It's a mile and 3.5 furlongs. Priano for Roger Varian. It's rated 88. It was a bit disappointing last time, beaten favourite over 1 mile 6. It's only a 4-year-old in a 7-horse field. It's the only 4-year-old in a 7-horse field. He's 5-1, third favourite. They are the 4. I've gone over the 10 minutes. It might take longer to put up, so I'll finish it at that. I'll put them up in the description. Best of luck. Bash the bookies.